What's going on, guys? It's Aaron here with High Five Guys, and welcome to WRECKFEST. Finally, a racing game that I can get into on this console generation. There haven't been a whole lot of them. I played a little bit of Drive Club. Yeah, Drive Club. I played a little bit of Drive Club. It's like an arcadey sim type racing game. But we are back to destruction style racing. And this is from Bugbear, same guys who created Flat Out. If you've seen any of their games, they are awesome. Well, at least the first two were. Some people really love Ultimate Carnage, which is just like an HD pack. Anyway, let's get into this game. And this one reminds me a lot more of the original Flat Out. Let's do a custom event. So, you've got a lot more like grassroots style racing like Flat Out 1 did. But you still have some of the special event courses that were available in Flat Out 2, and some just ridiculous ones like the Death Loop. And I'm not going to go through this game and play every track. I just wanted to give a quick update because I am so happy that there is a game like this again. Let's set up something that should be a little unfair. I want to pick a heavy car that can do quite a bit of damage to race against, let's see, one of the smallest and lightest vehicles in the game, Supervan. And just like the original Flat Out, this game has terrible loading times. And I've actually been playing this a lot. It's been out for a while on PS4. I'm playing it on PS4 right now, and I think PC has had access to this. It was in early access for a very long time before they actually released it. But now that it's out officially on PlayStation 4, I picked it up, and I've really been enjoying it. Because, I mean, you get to do destruction-style racing with modern graphics. You know, whenever I wanted to play games like this, I'd always have to go back to my PlayStation 2 or break out my PC and play some Flat Out, which I finally ended up getting. Had PS2 version for so long, but finally got the Flat Out games for PC. And those are a lot of fun, but now there's something new, and this is just like, well, not just like, it's very, very similar to Flat Out 1, in that, I mean, there's not quite as much just crazy explosive action that goes on like there was in Flat Out 2 and all the ones after that, which I never played because it went on to different developers and turned into a crappy franchise. But that's not the point. We're talking about back when Flat Out was made by Bugbear, which is the same company that produced this game. And those guys know what they're doing. They know how to make a good Demolition-style racing game. And even though I picked a heavy, slow car, I'm still dominating these guys on Expert. That car is supposed to be a lot faster. It is 3 wheels. But what I wanted to do was get in here and just cause some damage to these poor guys. There we go. Damaged myself a little bit, but I think he got the worst of it. Is that him? Oh man. He is flattened like a pancake. The damage modeling in this game is excellent. It goes on a little bit further than the previous style Flat Out game. Because I always thought that, you know, who were the two guys? Burnout and Flat Out, my two favorite like destruction style racing games. They excelled at what they did in terms of like car carnage, but each one did just a certain thing better. Flat Out has always been better about physics and making the cars very true to life, in that they all had these individual parts and components that could fly off the car, and you could like break them apart and see each of those components underneath the next layer. Whereas Burnout, just sort of the car got smashed and smushed and squished. And this sort of WRECKFEST combines the two. So not only is there like damage in the form of taking panels off the car, but you've got damage now that has like soft body physics to it, so you can squish and crunch the cars up a lot like Burnout Paradise did. Is it normal speed? I think, yeah. there we go. But yeah, they still have an extremely good physics engine going on in this game. I can't believe the PlayStation 2 was able to run this kind of physics, because the physics have always been excellent in these games. Let's go on to something else. They've thrown in some ridiculous vehicles, like the school bus was already a part of Flat Out 2. I remember that. But now you've got combine harvesters. You've got the three-wheeled super van, which I believe is the UK's Reliant Robin or something like that. It looks very similar to that. And then you've got the most ridiculous vehicle I've seen in the game so far, which is the sofa car. And the race for that is so stupid. But you've also got lawnmowers. And let's do the dumbest of them all. Let's do sofa car. I don't want to be racing normal people. So let's do all sofa cars. And select track. That's going to be so tough. Everyone's going to die in the first lap. Don't like this camera view. How do I change that? There we go. So cornering is a big part of the racing in this game, because most of the vehicles, at least in career mode, will have very similar stats to what you're driving. Oh no, this is going to be the end of the race for me. No, it's not. I survived. Anyway, whenever you're driving against cars, there's a dead body, that have similar stats. Cornering is the main way in which you progress. So I'm still in third. It's not too bad. First, alright. And I wrecked somebody. Holy crap. I was right. Everybody is dying within the first lap. So sofa car has very bad... Let me just go back out to this so you can see. Very bad handling when it comes to... not cornering necessarily, but when it comes to any sort of like bumps and jumps. It will tip and roll forward and backward. And it becomes very difficult to keep stable. Am I the only one left? This is... okay. This is a little bit unfair now. Man, I thought I'd at least have some competition. Because the actual race where you do this in career mode was tough. It took forever. Then again, it was one of the earlier races in the game, so I was just getting used to it. I've been playing this again for a while now, and I've got a lot of the cars unlocked. Okay. So the cornering's not that great in this sofa vehicle either. This guy, Greasefinger. The names for these characters in the game are ridiculous. Remember Flat Out 2 had pseudo-real people, they're with realistic names, each with their own little bio and backstory. Oh, there goes the dude who passed me up. Bye-bye, dude. The ragdolls are hilarious in this game, and there's, just like in the old games, nobody attempts to get up and walk and oh, I'm alright, I fell off. You're instantly dead, it seems like, as soon as you hit the ground. Finished. That was tough. Missed games like this. I want another Burnout so bad, and this makes me hopeful that there will be another WRECKFEST soon. Let's do a Demolition Derby. We hadn't done one of those yet. Alright, oh shit. I am with a lot of bigger cars. Let's, okay. We avoided a head-on collision, so that's good. Let's pick somebody small and weak. Okay, got a little bit. Your damage meter down there in the left does a lot better job than the old little bar. It actually gives you a percentage of damage left. So I'm at 99%. Look for people who are low health and try to take them out and do the most damage. Now, you would think, oh, you just reset. That's like a respawn. Not exactly. You keep your health at the same position. So, still like the old games whenever you hit reset, because you get stuck in a spot full of cars where you can't move or anything, you can still reset. And doesn't give you a whole lot of advantage other than getting you unstuck. Head-on collisions do a lot more damage to you in this game, whereas the old games were speed-based. Whoever had the higher speed would end up winning in a collision. And in this game, it's very much centered on where the engine's at and what part of the car is more damaged. So down there in the left, you look and see what panels on your car, what side has more damage on it, and that's what you want to avoid hitting. But it's a lot harder to drive in reverse in this game because the cars are quite a bit slower in reverse than they were in the old games. So reverse hitting everybody doesn't work quite as well as you would like it to. Except for the Combine Harvester, surprisingly, it's just as fast forward and reverse, lifting that wheel off the ground. The serious racing in this game, though, is actually really good. So the normal tracks and like the racing where you have to go against opponents seriously and it's not very just aggression based, is still a lot of fun, and you have to be pretty good to like get past everybody on expert mode, which is what I've been playing on with no driver assist. That's the way I like to play the game. Try to give it as much difficulty as possible. I haven't wrecked anybody, but I'm still alive, and that's what really counts here in Last Man Standing mode. At least take this guy out. It's a small little car. Oh, somebody else got him. Ooh, no, I did not want to hit the big dude. You're wrecked. Okay, my health is going down quickly. You're wrecked. How many? 8 opponents left, so I can last this out. There's a few guys with high health like that guy. All these cars are unlicensed, but they all resemble real-world cars. So, like the big van over there, I know in Flat Out 2 they had a Blaster, which was just a Bronco. This one, it's a Blazer, which is called a Mud Rigger. Oh shit, he's after me. It's a good thing he has a terrible turning radius. Oh man, down to 50 health. I have to contact somebody soon, or else... There we go. And I didn't lose any health over that. So the contact timer makes sure that you stay in the fight and you're actually, like, dealing damage to people. Because otherwise, if you're just running away the whole time, you get disqualified. Which, I believe was in both games. I know it was in Flat Out 2, and that's where I spent most of my time. Running away for a last man standing the whole time could win you the game way easier than like if you actually have to get in there and like trade paint with people. Only 2 opponents left, and both of them have very similar health to me. Oh wait, no, that guy's low. Damn it. Got out of my way pretty quick. Where'd the other guy go? Come on. Oh shit. Damage gets a little more extensive in this game. Oh shit! Than it did in the older games. Like I said, with the soft body oh man, disguised himself as a dead body, just like Mr. Incredible. So your car ends up looking like it should not run at all, with like wheels that are sort of like floating. An engine that's smushed into the front wrecking assist. Oh, it's only me and one guy. Alright, now spin around. There you go. Take him out. Who has more health? Never me. You can't actually see what their health percentage is on the opponents, but the little bar above their head usually indicates pretty well. Oh yeah, I've got more health. I'll just go for it. As long as I don't keep hitting the wall like that. Stuck in the corner. Oh shit, he's really low. Come on. Oh, he just crashed himself into the wall. Dumbass. Anyway, that was a little anticlimactic, but the Demolition Derby is good in this. It's a very solid game all the way around, and I haven't run into any bugs yet. Alright, we're ready. Let me get that. There we go. Over the hood view. So this should be a much more even race. Everybody's within my class, and so the handling is a very interesting part of this game because Flatout has always done good handling models for each vehicle. Every car handles different from the next, and none of them feel like, you know, the Burnout cars later in the series, they all started to sort of handle and feel the same to drive, but they sort of corrected that a little bit too much with Burnout Paradise when they went open world. This game, the handling of each vehicle is important, so you do want to pick a car that you drive well, and the Gremlin is one of the earlier cars that you get in the game that I found actually handles a lot better than some of the higher end cars, or at least my driving style is well suited for it. Get into this a little bit. 4th place, 5th place, not too bad. You'll get a lot of contact like that. People just want to take you out. This car is not quite as fast as some of these other guys in the Class B. This is actually a Class C that I've sort of upgraded a little bit to be somewhat competitive in Class B. Alright, held it. There we go. Try not to lose a whole lot of positions here. Haven't been driving seriously this whole time up until this race, so trying to get back into it. I'm already on the final lap. Oh man, I finished the line, past the finish line upside down, 8th place. So that's what I'm talking about. This game actually has good challenging racing. You can compete in a variety of different like races here, and you can upgrade your cars to where they compete in a class they weren't originally intended. So you can take a Class C car and upgrade the parts and then compete in a Class B event. Once they're all in that similar class that you're in, the racing does get really challenging. The racing is aggressive and people will try to spin you out and take you out, but it's a lot of fun. It'll put your skills to the test because it's not about clean lines and everything. You do have to like think about how you corner and try to get the fastest lines, but there's going to be people who are slamming you off course. So I've had a lot of fun with this game. It's not like any of the Sims that have come out. Anyway, I think this has been a good showcase for this game. Go out and pick up WRECKFEST for yourself. It's a lot of fun. The physics and the damage modeling on these cars is amazing. The amount of fun that you can have with the wacky style vehicles and everything, because you could set up your own sort of custom events and change all sorts of different variables. It's a lot of fun, man. Just go and pick it up for yourself and support Bugbear, because I would love to see these guys put out more games. They've been missing this sort of game from the racing market. It's been a lot of Sims and I've been bored. This is a lot of fun, and I really hope that they do well with this game's success, and it helps them to keep on making more games like this. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I've been Aaron with High Five Guys. Please remember to hit the like button and hit the subscribe button if you were into this. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and I will see you in the next